Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. What's your name?
I'm Richard. What's yours?
Richard, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is that Portuguese? Are you calling from Brazil?
Yes, I'm calling from Brazil. My mother tongue is Portuguese. That's right.
Oh, I see. What part of Brazil are you living in?
I live in São Paulo, in the
Oh, I
state
have many
called São
students
Paulo.
from Sao Paulo.
Cool, you do? Cool.
Yes. What do you do there?
That's cool. I'm an electrical engineer,
Okay.
and that's great, Alex. And what about you? Where are you from?
I grew up in Texas, but I'm currently living in Cancun, Mexico.
Cancun, Mexico. That's great. It's beautiful there, isn't it?
Yes. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I have. Actually, I would love to go there one day. It has lots of beaches, right?
Yes, we have some beautiful beaches. That's why I came on vacation and I was like, I'm just gonna stay. I can live here. So I've been here
Oh,
for
wow.
14 years.
Oh my gosh, you've been there for 14 years?
Yes, my life is a vacation.
That's cool. You are already a local there. Cool,
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Yeah,
So
it's
how long have you been
beautiful.
in Sao Paulo? Are you originally from there?
Yes, I'm originally from here. I've been living here since when I was a child, so my whole life.
Nice.
And yeah,
Nice.
I like here. It's a good
Have you
place to
ever
live in.
traveled outside of Brazil?
No, I have not. I'd love to travel
Yet. I
outside
haven't
of
yet,
Brazil.
which means
I
I will
haven't
in the
yet.
future.
Yes, I haven't yet, but one day I will for sure.
Good.
It's one of
Where
my
would you
goals.
like to go?
I'd like to go to the US,
Yeah?
as well as Canada, English-speaking countries.
Right. Where in the US would you like to go?
The famous places such as New York, LA, a lot of places. It's cool.
Yeah, you like big cities?
Yes, I do. I do. I'd like to visit, the touristic places. It would be really awesome. I'd love to go to Washington, D.C. as well, to visit the museums there.
Mm-hmm.
It would, it would be
Yes,
awesome.
there's a lot of history about, the foundation of
Yes,
America,
there.
but the United States is such a crazy place right now. Are you sure you want to go? There's so much
No,
craziness over there.
no, not right now. I can wait. I can wait. Maybe in the future.
When the dust settles.
Yeah, exactly. Alex, could you please help me out with a few questions that I have,
Yes, of
please?
course.
Yes, I have separated a few phrasal verbs and expressions here, and I'd
Okay.
like to ask you, please. The first one is to fill up.
To fill up.
Fill, to fill up, exactly.
Okay, so if you're just saying that by itself, like I'm going to fill up, usually you're talking about putting gas in your car.
Hmm,
But you can also fill up a cup. So, like if I put water in here, I'm going to fill it up with water,
okay,
right?
that's a great example. Um, because sometimes when I read sentences in English using that phrasal verb fill up, it sounds a little bit similar, to using only the verb to fill. For example, if I tell you, I'm gonna to fill this glass and I'm going to fill up this glass, what would you think? What are the differences, please?
Honestly, you could use either or, but I think you don't even need to use the word up. If you're talking about just filling the glass, you don't have to say, I'm going to fill up the glass. You're just going to say, I'm going to fill the glass with water. But
Hmm,
if you're filling your car with gas and you're going to fill it all the way, then you're filling it up, right? Because
um,
sometimes we put gas in our car, but we're not filling it up. Maybe we're putting like half a tank, right?
maybe halfway.
If you pull up to a gas station, well, I know in the well, I don't know if in Brazil is it self-service or do you have people who fill your tank?
Yes, we have people to. to
fill it.
to fill it
So
up,
in that
to
case,
fill our car up.
exactly. So in the United States, you have to do it yourself. So it doesn't apply. But if it did, you would say fill it up if you want a full tank, right?
Ah, thank you.
So to
It
fill
makes
it up means to fill it all the way.
In every context, for example, when I use fill it up, it means to fill to the top,
Yes.
the limit.
Yes.
Ah, that's cool. Thank you.
Yes.
What about when I feel like, oh my gosh, I ate a lot. I'm filled up. I'm filled up. I'm filled up.
I'm full. I'm full. So when
I'm
you're
full. You're
you ate
full.
a lot, or when your tank, once it's filled up, it's a full tank.
What about
right?
related to food? Can I use to fill up related to food when I eat a lot and I'm satisfied?
No, you would say you would either say I'm full once you've already eaten, or if you want to eat, you're like, I guess you could say I want to fill up, but that's not very common. You would just say, I am very hungry. Let's eat. Like that's what you're going to say. You're not going to say, I'm going to fill myself up. I mean, I guess you could say that if you're like joking around. You're like, I'm going to it's like Thanksgiving or like a family feast. And you're like, I'm going to fill myself up with food. Then I guess you could say that. But it's kind of in a joking manner, because you don't really say that. Like if you're more of like a professional setting with maybe you're having lunch with your coworkers, you would just say, I'm so hungry. Let's get some food or let's eat. You wouldn't say like, I'm going to fill myself up. That's more of like a funny joke,
I see. Thank you. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
The next question, let me see here. 1 moment, please. Okay. To fill out. To fill out.
So when you're filling something out, it's usually in reference to a form. To fill out, it's usually in writing, right?
Okay.
Writing, and usually you are completing a form.
Is it separable or inseparable? Can I say I'm going to fill this document out, or I'm going to fill out a document?
I guess you wouldn't really say I'm going to fill out this. Yeah, you would say I'm going to fill out this document.
I'm going to fill out this document. Perfect. So it's inseparable.
Or if you're at work and you need somebody to fill something out, you say, can you please fill out this document?
Perfect. Can I separate fill and out in a sentence, in a situation?
Like separate it? What do you mean?
For example, because certain phrasal verbs, for example, to fill up, we can fill it up. And
right.
What about to fill out? So they are used together, or I can separate them?
Yeah, you can say, can you please fill it out? You can say, can you please
fill it out?
Fill it out. Yeah, if the document is already there, you don't need to say this document. You can just say, just fill this out. Fill this out.
Perfect. I get it. Thank you. Thanks
You're
so
welcome.
much. Let me see the next one.
You will also hear it a lot, like if you're traveling and when you're on the plane and you're going to enter a new country, they're going to give you a form, and the people on the plane are going to say, please fill that out or fill it out.
Fill it out or fill that out. Thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
so much. The next ones are to bend over and to bend down.
Okay, so when you're bending over, it's like you're bending over the table. Sometimes you have to bend over the table to get the salt or the pepper or some kind of food. You kind of reach over the table. That's to bend over. To bend down is like to touch the floor or like to get closer to the floor. When you're bending over, you're kind of bending horizontally, whereas where you're bending down towards the floor.
Vertically. So
yes,
I can touch my feet, the floor.
Yes.
Ah, thank you. It makes sense. Thanks so much. And what about to bend over backwards? Do you use that word a lot?
Yes, actually, it's a very famous term for people who go above and beyond for other people. So a lot of times, maybe somebody's complaining about their job and they're like, you know what? I do everything. I bend over backwards for this job and my efforts are not recognized. Or you could even say
Mm,
it when you're talking about a relationship. You know, like with my ex-boyfriend, I used to bend over backwards and go out of my way to make him happy, but it's just like nothing worked, you know, even though I was
um,
bending over backwards. And bending over backwards is basically just kind of an idiom that speaks of kind of stretching yourself out more than you should, you know, like going
I
above and
see.
beyond. You know, most people
Ah,
can't bend over backwards. It's kind of a extraordinary feat. So
I
like,
see.
you know, it's kind of just like a way to express that.
When we'd like to do our best for something. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
it's like when you're doing your best, when you're doing more than your best, you're bending over backwards.
Ah, thank you. Thanks so much.
Yes, you're
The
welcome.
next one
These are good
is,
questions. I like
oh,
this.
thank you. I have been learning phrasal verbs and idioms. So I usually write a few down, on a piece of paper, and I ask here on Cambly just to
I think
understand
that's a
them.
really smart way to learn. I think that's
Oh,
great.
thank you. Thanks so much.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
let me see the next one here. Okay, this is a good one. To hold on.
When you're holding on, you are not letting go, right?
Hold on
So
something.
some people hold on to relationships. Some people hold on for dear life. You know, when you're at the gym, you're holding on to the bars. When you're like doing the pull-ups, you're holding on, right?
Yeah.
So there's many ways. If you're on a jet ski, you have to hold on. You know, if you're wakeboarding, if you're on the behind a jet ski, you have to hold on, right? Or
Exactly.
like when you're like on a roller coaster, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you better hold on, buckle your seatbelt." It's like, "Get ready," you know, like hold on, don't let go.
I see. So I can use to hold on, physically and emotionally. For example, I'm going to hold on
Exactly.
to my
You can be
relationship, hold on
exactly.
to the bar, when I'm exercising, things like that.
Yes, it can be physical and it can be emotional. So it depends
Thank
on
you.
what some people hold on to anger and resentment, right?
I see.
Other people hold on to negative thoughts. Usually, if you're talking about it in emotional terms, it has a little bit of a negative connotation because it means that you're holding on to something that you should let go. You know, so
I
if you're talking about like holding on and emotions, usually you're holding on to something you should let go. So anger, sadness, resentment, negative thoughts, things that should be
Oh,
let go.
thank you for that piece of advice. Thank you.
Yes.
Sometimes when we learn about a phrasal verb, it's great to know the nuances, as you said. Oh, it's related to negative thoughts, negative things, because sometimes we just use the words and we don't have this, subtle
Right. But I
details.
suppose you could also say it in a positive way. Like if you're giving your friend advice, you could say you should hold on to your happiness. You know, if like, say for example, I'm talking to one of my girlfriends and she's debating about whether she should break up with her boyfriend. And I'd say, you know what? Hold on to your happiness, no matter what that means. You know, if he makes you happy, hold on to it. If he doesn't make you happy, then go for your happiness and let him go, you know? So I suppose you could say it in a positive way, but in the end, we're still talking about kind of a negative thing, you know? It's like hold on. So yeah, I mean, it depends on how you use it.
I see. Thank you.